Right, back again just to do another craft and chat type thing. I'm trying to move the light so you've not got the glare in my glasses, but it's not really working. Right, so I need to make some crackers for my family for our Christmas Day meal. Straighten you up so you can see me better. And I thought I'd just film me starting to do it. I'm not going to film the entire thing because I've got quite a few to make, so that'll just be dead boring. Pretty much just watching me cutting and sticking and stuff away. Yeah, I'm making my own crackers. I can't find my cracker stars. God, see, this is the sort of thing that gets taken out during editing, so you can have a laugh at me if you like. My cracker snaps. There's somewhere in my studio they've gone walkabouts, but you can make them whole and add them afterwards, so you know, that's nothing to worry about. If you wanted to make some of these, you just want some 12 by 12 paper. Oh, right, I'm going to press record on the other camera again now. There you go. We're working. Right, so the paper pack I'm using is the Do Crafts Paper Minutes Santa and Friends paper pack. Sorry, I'm used to looking in that camera there, so I'm trying to get used to looking there. It's taking some doing. Right, so as you can see, there's lots of different patterns on these pages. Oh, that just shows you on the back all of them. Get rid of those. So, I'm a family of 5 plus my parents for Christmas Eve, so I need to make 7. Now, out of one piece of 12 by 12 paper, you can get 2 crackers. Now, I'm trying to see how many there is of each sheet. Right, so I've got 2 of this pattern that you can see here, and I think I'm going to do these ones for us grown-ups, and then I'm going to do 3 different ones for my kids. You can personalise these to whatever you want it for, whatever people are coming into your house, or whatever you want really. So you basically just need to cut your 12 by 12 paper in half, so down to 6 inches. Now this is, what like paper is this? You don't want anything that's too flimsy. So this is sort of got like a wax coating on it. So it's 160 GSM, but it's got such a wax coating on it, so it'll be able to hold its shape. Because if you make it too flimsy, they just break, and you don't want a broken cracker. So apologies for the great big arm on my guillotine. So let's take this under here and cut it down to 6 inches. If you're using a guillotine like mine, the Crafts Companion one, I always go to where the notch begins of where what I'm wanting to cut at. Some people do it slightly different, either in the middle of the line or over the edge of the line. I just prefer to go to that side of it. Then the next thing you're going to need is your scoring tool. Now, if you've not got a scoring tool, you can always mark this out with a pencil and a ruler. So don't worry about that. So I'll just take that one out of the way. Now I'm working on the inches side. Now you don't want to press too hard on this simply because it's paper, it's not card, so you might go through it. Now depending on what you're going to put in your cracker is how big you actually want to make the cylinder part that's going in it. So I'm going to make the, oh hang on, I've got it going around the wrong way. There's 2 way arounds on this board. You've got the true measurement, and then you've got the true measurement plus a little bit to make the boxes. So make sure you're on the right side when you're doing it. Right, so I want my pulley bits to be probably at least 2 inches. Okay, so I'm going to start at my 2 inch line, and I'm just going to score down the 2 inch, then the 2.5, and then the 3 inch. Twist it round. And then do the same again on the other side. And then on the long side, just on one side, we need to make a gluing flap. So I think I'll put mine down to 1/2 inch. So it gives a nice thick cracker. And that's all the scoring you need to do. Okay, so what I need to do now is just to fold and burnish all your lines. And I've just gone and folded in one place. because I'm rushing. I should know by now. Can't rush these things, or she end up going wrong. There we go. So I've got some good feedback from doing the crafting chat last time. People enjoyed it, so I'm going to carry on doing them that way and see whether if more people like doing it that way. But so you'll get me chattering on at you for a bit while we're doing it, but if it's what people like, then that's what I'm willing to do. So I'm just burnishing all these score lines because eventually we're going to be wanting to pull this apart. So this is why I use a paper, not a cardstock. If you use a cardstock, it'd be a little bit hard just to pull them apart. Okay, so we've got all those done. Now we just need to cut our little gluing flaps. So this is going to be the pulley part, so we want to just snip from here to the intersection and then on that side. So that's our first gluing flap. And then this bit here, so the middle barrel section, just up to that point. And do any of the cut it on that way? Yeah, we'll do. Just going to trim that off just a little. It's been 12 months since I've made these, and my brain will work it out as I'm going along. It's usually what I do anyway. You just don't see it in the editing. So you're just doing the same on the other side. And that's just making your glue flaps. So with these bits here, we need to do some mountain and valley fold. So we'll do a mountain, and then it's like a concertina, and then you do a valley fold and a mountain. So you've got that sort of shape. So we'll do it that way. So if you just fold it so you've got the valley fold towards you. Now what we need to do is we need to cut some little notches. Okay, so we're just going to do little snips. But rather than doing proper V's, we're just going to leave a little sort of snaggy bit there. I'm going to zoom in and you can see a bit better. So I'm going to just go to that intersection there. And to that one there, and then we're going to snip this off this time. Okay. And the same on the other side. Now, if you put a comment in the comments for me, and then let me know if there's any other traditions that you like to do. So, you know, whether if you tell a story, play a board game. I'd love to play board games, but my two older children, they're like, oh, do we have to? And so, yeah, if you're watching this, yes, you do have to. Sometimes they watch me, sometimes they don't. So I'll catch them out if they're watching it one day. So that just goes back to why I said that I started doing these in the first place. Because I know later on in life they might want to look back and see the things that I made, or just be able to hear my voice and things like that. So I know that probably sounds a little bit depressing, but I've explained in another video why I do what I do. And the only thing that I really know to talk about really is my crafting. In fact, that's what I'll talk to you about while I'm cutting these out. I started crafting, I did cross stitch and a little bit of knitting when I was a child, and I tried a bit of machine sewing but never really got the hang of it. But then when me and my husband were getting married, I bumped into a lovely lady on Doncaster Market, and she had a craft stall, and it just all looked so fun and inviting, and so I just got talking to her, and then it was then that I decided I wanted to make my own wedding invitations. So I bought all the stuff from her, and I made our wedding invites, which I cringe when I look at them now. But at the time, I was just so proud of them. Where, you know, like, but that was before I'd got any of the tools that I've got now, or like the knowledge that I've got going on. It's yeah, so I did well to say that it was my first project. So if you can imagine, me and my husband have got very large families, so the amount that I had to make. And then I sort of just got hooked on card making and scrapbooking, and it was all sort of paper-based things. And then I tried knitting again. I could knit, but it was very, very, very slow. And then years later, I started a craft group, and we used to meet on a Monday night to start with, and then eventually we went to Wednesday mornings, because we had such a fun time. We just wanted it to be more than once a week. And there I was taught how to crochet, knit better, used English paper piecing. I started machine sewing with a friend, and we used to go to a lovely little fabric shop that's in our town, and it had a cafe at the side of it. So we'd take our little kids at the time, we'd go and have some dinner, and then which is lunch for you Americans if you're watching. We went there, we'd eat, and then we'd like, shall we go look at the fabric? And it was a silly question, because of course we always went and looked at the fabric, as well as chasing around the kids in the shop. So we've got two little toddlers, you know, they're like, oh mummy look, and they're like, no, don't touch it, you've got jam on your fingers or something silly like that. But it was fun, and the staff got to know them really well, and you know, they'd just giggle at them. Yeah, I apologise if I say a lot. I noticed when I look back at my video, it's when my brain's trying to catch up with what I'm trying to say, so I apologise if it gets annoying. Just turn my sound off. You might be able to put subtitles on or something like that. Anyway, where did I get to? Yeah, so we got quite a big stash of fabric, or what I thought was a big stash of fabric, and then when I've seen my friend in America's stash of fabric, mine's tiny compared to hers. So if you're watching, you know who you are. But it was just lovely, because like I thought the fabric that I'd seen on the local market was nice, but this was like 100% cotton and really good weave, and oh, it was gorgeous, and the prints, it was lovely. So every time I went, I might buy a fat quarter of a different fabric, you know, and we just enjoyed it. It was just a nice place to go with the kids, get something to eat, you know, and fondle some fabric. It was always good. So, oh, there's my double-sided tape. It is. But, yeah, we're alright on there. Apologies if that was just blurred. I can't remember whether if I focused that in or not. You should have been able to see roughly what we're doing anyway. So yeah, that's how I got into doing crafting, and then it's sort of like during the pandemic, we were all stuck at home, so we had more time to do these things. It sort of got me back to, you know, getting on with it, because like I said earlier, life can get in the way. And I just started doing cards again, and I think it was just before, it was about a year or so before the pandemic. I'd started playing with clay, but then I really got into it, and then I was hooked. See, I like to have a lot of different things on the go at the same time, because I like doing things at different times of the day. I like doing things sat at the table. I like doing things in my studio, or having it on my knee while I'm watching the telly. So, and if I'm not doing a craft, I'm probably thinking about it. Just simply because my creative side of my brain just never shuts up, and it can get a bit annoying, especially when you're trying to get to sleep. And you just kind of think, oh, I want to make that. No, you can't. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Go to sleep. But then on another day, I'm like, nah, I can't be done today. But when it's like that, I know I just need to chill for a bit. I find it very hard just to sit and do nothing. I like my hands to be busy. And I've always said, when my hands aren't busy, that's when my mind decides to wander, which is not a good thing. And dealing with mental health and things like that, you find your own way of coping with it, and my way has been my crafts and my children. So, right, we're back to that point now. So, apologies if I lost the last bit of footage and you've just got me talking here. Right, so get some twine. Cut it a bit longer this time, so I can do a bow. I don't worry if any just odd one of these has come apart, because I've just noticed one of them has, but I'll do the other side. So again, you can just tie a double knot, tie a bow, whatever floats your boat. So there we go. Just put that down there. So it's cinched in that hole there. So like I was saying earlier, you can put your cracker snap in first, or you can put it in once you've filled your cracker. Now, because I'm going to be doing these personalised for my family, I'm not filling them yet, I'm just basically getting them to this stage. Now what you could do now is you could put the name on. If you're doing them as like table favours, you could put the name on, or you can decorate it. I've actually got some things out that you could possibly put them on. So I got, sorry I've like gone off camera here, I'm just trying to find something. Right, oh, we got that one. Yeah, there we go. So I've got a little sticky back felt Santa. Keep forgetting there's there and there now. I will get used to it eventually. I'll just take that off. You can either put it over the join or just on the other side, and then just stick Santa on. And just have to put something nice and neat. You don't have to. It's totally up to you what you want to do. So that's me done blabbering on for today. So I apologise if the first lot of chunk of that me doing the cracker's gone, and if any of it is blurred. But this is the sort of way that I'm doing now. My husband will try and fix it round for you so that it's a bit more cohesive going into it all. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that little craft and chat thing, and if you've liked it, give me a thumbs up, that'd be appreciated. And I will see you next time. If you've not subscribed, if you want to subscribe, that'd be appreciated, and click the little bell icon so that you don't miss any of my uploads, and then that'll be it. So I shall see you in the next video. Bye.